Good morning, actually good afternoon, because I videotaped this 3 times now and messed up. So we're going to say good afternoon. I am hoping that everyone is well, and I'm going to show you my garden today. Keeping in mind that we are in zone 4/5, so nothing is really happening that you can see yet, but it is exciting nonetheless. So I'm going to walk you through my gardens, and keep in mind also that I'm not an expert gardener, and I will take any thoughts or suggestions that any of you have. We're going to start on this end. This is the oldest of my gardens. It's almost all perennials. This area right here, in this area, is herbs, all the way to about that bird bath, and then some in behind it also. This pot has bulbs in it, but as you can see, nothing is happening yet. And my question is, should I take this mulch layer off to give it some room to get some sun, or not, or just leave it? My gardens are, these particular ones that you'll see today are made with cement pavers and then layers of rock. And this is rock that my husband has just collected over the years, flat rocks. And you'll see behind here, this is all stuff that goes out in my yard, and it's too early to put it out yet. That blue ladder I painted last year, and I put annual pots on it. And then there's the lobster trap, and there's a pink bike. There's a milk can with a tractor seat on it. And this bird bath was rusty black iron. It's very heavy, and I went ahead and painted it blue last year, and my grandson and I have we put a fairy garden in this area last year, and I think we probably will again this year. So moving on, I collect heart-shaped rocks, and you'll see there's one right there. And then there's also one right there. And this little cement statue is a King Charles Cavalier. We lost my little Ruby dog 4 years ago, and so that's in honor of Ruby. And the cement statues you see are done by a local business. This mushroom is carved out of wood from another local artisan. And then that wooden flower behind it, my son gave me for Mother's Day one year. And that pot has more bulbs in it, but again, nothing is showing up. You can see the squirrels had, I don't know if you can see that or not, had quite a little festival here by dumping the bird feeder onto the ground. So the bird feeder is now empty, unfortunately. There's another one of my heart-shaped rocks. This is a rose granite rock found on the coast. And then you'll see, this is what I'm talking about. My husband will find little rocks that are heart-shaped, and he'll just put them places for me to find. There's another one of my statues. These statues are all new from last year. And I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see I'm still dealing with snow and ice, guys. You'll see that there's that blue turquoisey pot also has bulbs in it, tulips or daffodils or both. But again, nothing showing. We have a ice patch here. I do try to label all of my plants. I did last year. It was the first time I decided to do that. A lot of my perennials came from my mother-in-law's garden, and my son now owns the house that garden was at, so it's pretty cool. And you'll see there's a old tool there. That was one of my grandfather's, and there's some more around here in the garden also. I have this lovely garbage can in my garden. So underneath it is a very tall, almost as tall as that garbage can, fairy statue. The fairies are all in honor of our baby angel. And then there's a pink ladder, and that had perennials, no, annual flowers on it last year. These 4 pots here, 1, 2, 3, 4, have hostas in them. And I hope that they're okay, because they have continued to be under a lot of snow this winter. But hostas are usually pretty hardy. That purple chair, I painted it last year. My grandfather made that many, many years ago. That's just our front steps, and we have it roped off so the post office will stop leaving packages there. I don't know what I'm going to do with my radio flyer this year, nor do I know what I'm going to do with that wagon right there. You can see I have some old pieces that either have been part of the family or my husband has found. There's some more pots. This is the newest garden that I'm taking you to now. There's another heart-shaped rock there. But you'll see that this garden has a lot of snow in it. So these 3 pots here all have bulbs in them. I'm going to take that snow topper off those 2 either this afternoon or tomorrow. And this whole spot was where my sunflowers grew last year, and they grew taller than my house. It was so cool because I could sit in my living room in my rocking chair and watch them just blow in the wind, and it was so awesome. So as you can see, there's continues to be snow, more snow. Another cement stand for another gazing ball. This is an old set of doors that my husband found, and it looks beautiful in the summertime. I planted a lot of perennials around this area, and they grow up, and it looks just as, I think it's beautiful. Here's another bucket that has another cement statue underneath it. It really doesn't go here. It goes in my little garden that I'll show you. It's a frog doing yoga. And there's a couple more pots of bulbs and a sigh, an old sigh that was my grandfather's. I used to go up in the field when he cut the grass, the blueberry fields. There's another garbage can. And you guessed it, that has another cement statue in it. It's a short one, and it's a little angel girl. So I'll be uncovering those hopefully this weekend. And around the corner is, like I said, my husband is a junker, so it's a lot of junk, but he doesn't know this yet, but it's going to be cleaned out this year, and I'm going to continue my gardens around the side, only in an easier manner without all of the cement brick pavers and such. We'll do it a little easier. Now where the snow is on the ground here, There are hundreds of bulbs planted in this area that my son and I planted. Little crocuses and snowdrops, and as you can see, nothing has started to come up yet that I can't see anything yet. But I'm hoping that the sun will come out and melt this. So that's my 3 gardens. The 2 of them are in the front of the house, and the first one I showed you wraps around the side of the house. And then take you for a little walk. This is what is turning into, unfortunately, a memorial garden. But this over here is a wild rose bush from my dad's house. He passed away several years ago, and when we sold the house, my husband dug a piece up for me, and it was just a little stick, and it's doing really well. We moved it from way down there to up here last year, so hopefully it does all right. And then this over here looks like nothing right now, but it is a peony that my mother-in-law gave me. And she just passed away in March. And then this back here is a Chinese lantern, and that was given to me by a friend of mine, and she's going to be 90 next month. And then there's some bulbs planted in here, but again, I'm not seeing anything arriving at this point. I'm thinking of getting a small cement bench to go, let me back up so you can see this, to go right in the front there, but we'll see. So as you can see, guys, not a lot going on yet, but I'm excited to get it cleaned up and get things taken care of, and I'm really excited for this snow to go away. In my last video, my little dog was in the window there, but she's not there now, so I can't show you. But I have a black and tan Cavalier and a black, white, and tan tricolor Cavalier. This is the second garden. So again, this garden and the wraparound garden that I'm coming up to is both have a lot of perennials from my mother-in-law's garden, so it feels even more special this year since she passed away last month. There. And then it wraps around the house. So this wraparound one is the oldest. And this section here, I can't remember if I said or not because I've videotaped too many times, but this is mainly herbs. That's what it was last year. Okay. Well, friends, thank you for being here, and I hope to do a gardening video every week or so and show you how things are looking. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sprinkle a little joy in someone's life, and we will see you back here very soon. I thought I would end with my sweet little Ruby. Interestingly, side note, she wasn't a Ruby Cavalier though. She was not a red Cavalier. She was a Blenheim, which is a red and white Cavalier. But her name when she came to us was Ruby. Okay, I will talk to you later. Thanks, friends.